We're back.
Were we ever gone?
Never gone. We're always here.
It's been a while since we did it in person, though. Your new aerodynamic haircut, by the way.
Yeah. Well, you got a haircut too, didn't
I know,
you?
but yeah, I got all of my haircut. You got just the sides.
I like the sides. I like to keep my long and high, like a high fade.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Talk About with Biff Lucky and Mr. Fun, the podcast where we will talk about everything. We will talk about anything. Lucky.
We're talking. I mean, it's like NCAA basketball. Terps tonight.
It is.
I mean, I'm all stoked up. We got a win in our first round of the NCAA tournament, so I'm jazzed up about the Terps.
Lucky and I are dressed the same.
Yep.
Mr.
Sorry.
Fun. Well, you have a Maryland shirt on.
My prediction of St. John's went up in flames.
As I was with you.
Yeah. I maybe if it convinced you, right? I
bought into the hype on, they were second seed, right?
Yeah.
And won the Big East outright. Patino's good coach.
Calipari's a good coach,
Well,
too.
and that's what I have to admit. Honestly, when I turned on the game, I was like, oh, man, I forgot Calipari was Arkansas's coach. Of course he is, but I didn't remember that.
Yeah, I didn't either. Because
Yeah.
Kentucky was playing. I was like, well, I thought I turned on the Kentucky game. I'm like, who's that coach?
Yeah.
I thought it was Calipari was still the coach.
Yeah.
Right?
And
Did you see Calipari's jacket?
Yeah,
he was like really styling. It was like a red houndstooth jacket.
One of the interesting observations, because Calipari was at, where was he before Kentucky? Big program. Oh, he was pro coach, right? Boston? Something like that? I don't know. Okay.
No, he never coached Boston.
Oh, I thought he coached pros. But it doesn't
I don't
matter.
think he coached in the pros.
So, but
the New Jersey Nets he
okay,
coached.
that's what it was. So anyway, he was at Kentucky a long time. His daughter's at the Arkansas game, like stressing over every point, and he's literally the first-year coach at Arkansas.
Yeah.
And the kids pick up the vibe of the school, which I thought was interesting, because she was like, they kept showing her on the sideline, like distraught when they almost lost the first game. And then they played well.
I was talking to my son about this. It does not get any better. Okay, your team is in the NCAA tournament, one of the biggest sports events out there, and you have a kid or your dad is coaching or whatever, to be able to go and watch them in that platform, that forum, is just amazing. Like, there's not anything better than that, I don't think.
Yeah, the other thing is you try to find the loosest connection to why you should root for a team. Right, like I've never been to the University of Florida.
Yeah.
But friends of ours, big Florida alum. No, so I root for them.
Really?
I'm like, yeah. And they were playing Connecticut, which I've become sour on Danny Hurley.
Yep.
Although he's a good coach, everybody just talks about what a despicable person he is.
Yeah.
To be around.
Players love him?
He must at some level.
He said in his they interviewed him after his loss today, and he was like, we didn't like each other that much this year as a team.
Oh, interesting.
So like he's got this fiery personality,
Yeah.
and I think it sometimes it comes off wrong to
There's
the
been
kids.
some great coaches' comments during this tournament. Who was, I forget what team it was, the guy who was like already announced he's going somewhere else after the tournament.
Oh,
I guess
McNeese State.
yeah,
McNeese
and that
State.
guy's like, well, guys, play hard and maybe you can join me.
Yeah.
To his team. Yeah.
But that's odd. He already got named the NC State coach, and they allowed him to coach in the
Yeah.
NCAA tournament for McNeese State.
Which,
Will Wade.
yeah, and he was tied to another program.
LSU. He coached at LSU. He got
in
fired
trouble.
because of all kinds of like malfeasance.
Which is probably no longer a malfeasance.
Yeah.
We'll come on to nil and stuff later. So what are we drinking, Lucky?
So we are drinking and you're going to have to remind me of the name of this, of our brand of this drink.
It's Frizzante.
Frizzante. No, it's a European soda,
Okay.
Sicilian lemon Frizzante. What is it, Scotty's Sicilian, did we call it?
Sicilian Scotties.
Sicilian
Yeah,
Scotties.
We can go with that.
But some lemon soda from Wegmans. It's good stuff.
You put that over ice with Scotty's and just whopped it all
And
together.
put a lime together. Biff,
I think it would be
put
2
together.
parts Frizzante.
I went with whop it all together.
Oh, very good. Oh, I missed that. That's very good. And it's I don't know why they wouldn't put Italian, not European soda. Seems a little odd. They say Sicilian. And that'd be like describing something as a North American soda.
Right.
What would that be?
A North American soda.
Yeah, I was like, what is that? It doesn't mean anything to anybody around here.
Well, we got a North American vodka, Scotty's.
We do have that, and we could narrow that down to North America, to
Yeah.
Maryland.
Yeah, or he's all over. He's other places too, right?
Yeah.
He is. He is. He was in Ocean City recently, which is in Maryland still. But he is. Where is he? He's in New Jersey,
Delaware.
Delaware.
I think he's starting to get into Pennsylvania. Or he's working his way into
West Virginia.
West Virginia.
We're getting there.
Have you one of the ads that he has? He's always like positioned in the ads or whatever. He's got his Scotty's outfit on, giving the peace symbol, whatever, some catchy slogan. But there's always like a lot of hot women in the ads.
Really?
Like when there's a woman in there, I'm like, where does he get the smoking hot ladies to be in the ad?
With Scotty?
With Scotty. Well, it's in the end. It's in the print ad.
Okay.
So I don't know if they're together on the photo shoot or whatever, but I have to ask Scotty where he gets these ladies
Scotty's
from.
an engaged man.
Yeah. But
Are you trying to cause trouble?
No. But I'm just saying he's got a
Sounds suspicious.
No, he's got some hot ladies that are in the ads.
Right.
That I'm like, okay,
All
maybe
right.
we can go on site to one of his photo shoots or something.
Maybe.
Maybe they'll invite us. That would be
Stare
good.
at them.
Speaking on site, so we still have to. We teased it last week. We are going to go Seven Walks Brewery again.
They reached out again. Said,
Reached
when
out
are you
again.
coming up? We just got to coordinate it.
We will do that. So we are expecting to see many fans out there.
Yeah.
Whenever that is, it will be a Monday, Tuesday, or Sunday.
Yeah.
Well, something like that.
Yeah.
I think we did it on Sundays.
That'd be great.
So we will figure that out, and we will look forward to doing that. Mr. Fun, we were almost 6 minutes into this podcast. Do you have a joke for us?
It's an oldie but goodie. I told this probably 2 years ago on the podcast. Why did the chicken cross the basketball court? Because he heard the ref was blowing fouls.
That's a good one.
So that's your basketball reference.
That's
joke.
it.
How many times did you tell that joke this weekend?
No, I didn't.
NCAA weekend?
No, I held it.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I
You
thought
don't
it was
want to
something-
oversaturate the market with good humor.
That's right. Where in the world is JK? Who follows JK on Instagram?
I see his pictures on Facebook. So.
It's unbelievable. The guy was in Alta, Utah last week, and not.
Can I make a
7
request?
days
If
ago.
JK is listening, can he send us a picture of his truck?
Oh,
I've
yeah,
never seen it.
That's actually a good idea.
I've never seen it.
So he was in Alta, Utah, where it snowed 50 inches over a couple nights. He was skiing. He's a skier's dream.
Yeah.
Well, he's living the life of a skier's dream. I'm not sure he's a skier's dream.
I don't know what to
I think
say.
Vince infatuated with JK.
No. I
Would you like to be him?
No, by the
No,
way,
but he is a skier, and he is.
But anyway, so then he was at Alta last week, and then he was in Heavenly, California, which is in Lake Tahoe area.
Yeah.
Skiing this week, which didn't look like there was a skier on the slope besides him.
That's
so he's doing a good job there on getting around the world.
Yeah.
So that's where we are. So, Lucky, what is going on in the world?
Well, again, we talked about the NCAA tournaments going on, and Maryland won their first game, which was great. They play again tonight. They at Colorado State. I think there's like a 7.5 point favorite.
Wasn't Grand Canyon University an online school originally?
I think it is some kind of it's a for-profit school, so
Right.
they have a lot of online capability.
Do other for-profit schools have sports teams?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Really?
I think a lot of them are at the Division II level.
Okay, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But so Maryland tonight. But the big controversy with Maryland was Damon Evans, the athletic director, and Willard sort of had this pissing match in public around like there was all these rumors that Willard was going to go to Villanova. We talked about this last week, and then Willard on his press conference at the NCAA tournament said, "Oh, I think Damon Evans is going to SMU," before Damon Evans even announced it.
Yeah.
Right.
So, the rub is that Willard is leveraging the fact that his team is doing well with the fact that there's an open job that he's being talked about for to get more money for the basketball team, and so it's pretty.
It would
interesting.
help if we were a Sweet 16 team. So
Right.
Mr. Willard better pull this off tonight.
Yeah. But the interesting thing is what's happening. So we've talked about this nil, and the other definition that we all need to start using is revenue sharing money. Okay. So the NCAA House Supreme Court settlement is actually going to be finalized in about 2 weeks.
You mean House of Representatives?
House is a name.
House is a name.
Yeah, that's a player. I think that was the
okay.
that was the John Doe-esque
Gotcha.
name. Okay,
Gotcha.
they had one. I forget what school that kid played for. Anyway, but he's the one that sued the NCAA for this revenue sharing and trying to get their fair share of all this money that comes. But anyway, but what's happening is, okay, one of the parts of the settlement is that now schools now can pay $20.5 million
Total.
in revenue sharing. That's the part that they can pay players now. And the big thing is the schools that have to pay football and basketball players are at a disadvantage because against the schools that only have care about basketball, they can take all of their 20.5 and leverage it to buy players. And now, but like a school like Maryland or a Big Ten school that cares about football too, has to pay both teams. And so there's a rub coming up here that I think in terms of I see the SEC team and the Big Ten teams not wanting to be part of that settlement. I think they're going to want to do something different.
So again, because we've talked about it a lot, just so we're clear. So revenue sharing is one part of it, meaning if a school makes $100 million a day, if they want to pay somebody pay people $20.5 million out of that 100, that's what they're allowed to do. That's the cap.
Yep.
Name, image, likeness, though, is paid for by outside entities of the
companies.
School. So that still can happen.
100%. Well, with the one interesting part of the settlement,
right.
And this is the NCAA's way of trying to regulate it, is they've appointed Deloitte Accounting, or whoever, to be the arbiter. They have to review any deal that a NCAA player signs above $600K to make sure that it's fair and equitable. So they want to avoid paying a player having a car dealership paying a player $5 million to sign autographs for like an hour session. Like there has to be some equitable compensation, plan there vis-a-vis. They just can't give money to the kids.
Right.
So I get that something had to be done. I get it. But I was under this impression that this would never get to this point because the players would never sue, never have their incomes capped. The genie was out of the bottle, and they were just going to say, we're worth what we're worth.
But that was part of the settlement. The players sued, and the NCAA said, "Okay, fine, we're going to start paying you, but we can't have it be uncapped." So that's where the 20.5 came from.
But who are the players who agreed to this?
There's a law firm that's representing players.
Interesting.
That brought that original suit, the house suit. They're the plaintiffs. They're the ones bringing the suit against the NCAA tournament, or NCAA, excuse me. So it's going to be really interesting. But the thinking is that the SEC and the Big Ten are not going to go along with this because their basketball teams are going to suffer mightily because a school like Villanova, who has a lesser football team, is going to they're going to say, okay, we're going to give $15 million for basketball. And the Big Ten and SEC schools are probably going to be reversed. They're going to give more money to football and less to basketball, and they won't be able to compete.
Yeah, I agree with that in principle, but you've got to imagine some of those big football schools can get the nil monies at a multiples, right? They can get 10 players at $500,000, and they can probably justify it.
But I think,
is it $600,000 or $600?
$600.
You said $600K.
I'm sorry.
Okay, $600.
$600.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah.
But I think this governor limit on the nil money is going to be impactful. I think the Deloitte and the NCAA is going to give some stringent rules about this nil stuff. So I think nil potentially could be less impactful.
I mean, I think it hurts. It's to your point. What's the hypothesis that big football schools could lose out? I think not so big football schools, and let's throw Maryland in the camp for the moment, could really get hurt, right? Because they weren't able to compete with the big football schools with the money. They do have a pretty good basketball program, as we're talking about, so they're gonna really be struggling there.
Is the 20.5 more than they gave out last year?
They did. This is the first time.
No, I understand, but in the nil money, because Maryland's never had a lot of nil money.
By a long shot.
So they'll be able to pay more to good players than they have been, but just as compared to other schools, some schools will be at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
But we're going to be paying athletes more than we were paying them before.
100%. Well, I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
I would think
so. Yeah. So we'll see. Again, there's more to come in this whole nil stuff. But the interesting thing is, Willard, we're all Maryland fans, but Willard's trying to get more of his share of money for his players, which is like awesome, especially this time of year when you're trying to motivate the kids to play well, kind of thing. Because we have guys coming back next year that need to be paid, and so he's doing a good job, I think. And so they, as Mr. Fun said, the Terps need to continue to win. Willard gets more leverage. The loser in all this, though, is our football team, because we're taking money away from football because they're going to,
So let's focus on Maryland still, though. So we're going to lose two big men, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Juju Reese, and we're going to miss Derek Queen's going to go to the pros. So we've got to get at least one big man. What do you think a big man costs to get to Maryland?
1.5.
1.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they have 2 players now, Jacoby Gillespie and Rodney Rice,
Right.
that are going to get raises because they came to Maryland. They transferred in this year from Belmont. Jacoby came, and then Rodney Rice came from Virginia Tech. They're going to get more money. So Maryland, and then they got to play, some other players some money,
Yeah.
So
Wow.
it's good. It's crazy. It is crazy. But anyway, so I mean, I love the Terps. I love the way they're sitting right now. Colorado State. So let's get a win tonight.
All right.
Sure.
I don't know.
Go Terps.
Yeah. What else?
So who do you think is going to, having seen the games, and Lucky, you should talk about your basketball betting prowess, by the way. So just so everybody's aware, we play this much like a Super Bowl grid, and other people do this too, right?
Yeah.
So every, there's 100 boxes. We each put up $25, right? A box.
Yeah.
Is ultimately what it is.
Yep.
And every game is worth, you can have a winner and a loser, just like the Super Bowl grid. Lucky has won 8 times.
8 times of the first first 30.
That would be
36 games.
Yeah,
or something
whatever
like
it is. So,
Yeah.
so it's good. Good for you. You're still losing in the. It's like your horse ownership.
Yeah,
You
I'm
are still-
working my way back.
You have won
break
8
even.
times, but you really need to win 16 times.
Yeah,
to
I have
get money.
I have $150 in, and I'm like $95
Yeah.
in proceeds.
So I had a surprise. So Friday night, I'm out with a guy at the beach. We were with each other on St. Patrick's Day, and he says on Friday, he goes, I forgot, we put into the box pool at the boathouse. We were 3 shots in, I think, Jameson
Yeah.
at this point in time. They walked around
You
with
were
the grid.
doing Jameson shots?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That'll
But,
put hair on your chest.
Yeah, yeah, it'll be a first. So, but anyway, so then he remembered, and we happened to be at Mr. Fun has been there, Grottos in
Yes.
Bethany Beach,
I've been there more than I would like
And,
to tell people.
one of the bartenders from the boathouse was in there,
Okay.
and he had a picture of the grid. Got the paper out. I'd already won twice.
Nice. How
Didn't
much?
even remember. I think I've won $40 on a. No, I've won 3 times. I've won $60 on a $50.
Wait, so it's $100. Those are $100 a
They were
box?
$50, but it was the first round. I won
Okay.
3 times.
Got it.
You and I have the same numbers on 2 different box games.
Yeah,
Which is 0 for the winners and 1 for the losers.
Wow.
Which will become increasingly difficult, I think, because there's going to be less blowouts because you have somebody 90 to 81 or something like that. So
wait a minute. Okay, so you were in Bethany watching the Terps play at Grottos.
Yep.
And Mr. Fun, what about you? Where
I was up in Jersey.
Oh.
I was up in Jersey.
Isn't it your Super Bowl weekend?
It's a big weekend. It's 30 high school friends who I've known for 40 years, and we get together once a year. And we go to a beach house up in Manasquan, New Jersey, and the food is ridiculous. And
Yeah.
the drinking and the tomfoolery, the same stories every year. They just change a little bit. They seem to embellish them a
So
bit
I did
more.
see a shift in your photos from beers to, you've done other liquors, tequila weekend.
This it was heavy on tequila for some reason.
Right.
There's a cafe tequila. Damn it, like it tastes like coffee.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I've had that before.
It doesn't
That's
taste
good
like
stuff.
tequila.
Yeah.
It tastes like coffee cake.
How many? That seems like you're up your alley.
I had several of those. Yes.
So what is it? Okay, so you're with 35 of your high school friends at one house. What
In basically one room. Like you just sit there and watch and eat and drink and do other debacles I won't tell my kids.
where does everybody So everybody just passes out? Everybody got a room, a bed?
If people pass out, then wake up and go again. Like what? Yeah, and at the end of the night, there's 4 bedrooms, so you can wiggle your way into a bed if you're lucky. Otherwise, you're couch or floor in a sleeping bag.
Really?
Yeah, people are sleeping on top.
Do you remember when we did, there was one of our fondest years, the one where we were in New York City?
Yes.
And we stayed at one of those gentlemen's places. It was Mike Weiss's place in Upper West Side.
Yeah.
I think he was there. And one of our friends slept on a coffee table.
Somehow he had his heels on the table, his neck and stuff on the couch, and was levitating.
Yeah.
Somehow he slept that way.
Well, you've seen those, people jammed in a beach house where somebody's sleeping in the bathtub.
Yeah. Well, that's good. So, but the fact of the matter is, last year you commented that there was somebody else trying to one up you on the jokesmanship.
Yeah, and this time I overdid it on some of the tomfoolery, and I just sat there
Comatose.
Comatose. Just so the audience knows, as we're talking before we go on the air, and Mr. Fun is sharing that similar story, he goes, I was comatose. Like, what is comatose? So
I was
toast.
I was calm and toasted.
Calm and toasted.
It was comma toasted.
So one of these episodes, I'm going to make us do a spelling test.
Oh shit!
No, and this was the word that got me thinking about this.
What's that?
If I bet you a shot of Scotty's vodka now, could you spell the word devastating?
Devastating? Is it
Devastating.
DEV?
That's the easy part.
I
Okay.
STATING.
There's no I in devastating. I know that confidently.
Devastating. There's no I.
No I in the first part of it.
Oh,
no I in the first part. He went DEVIS.
All right.
Dating.
All right.
Close. That's not his strength, though.
It's
Like,
really not my
spelling.
strength.
Well,
I recently applied for a job as a waiter because I think I can bring a lot to the table.
Okay.
No?
Jeez. So
I was I watched the game up in Timonium. I made it up with a bunch of guys. I was hanging out with a bunch of 40
state fairgrounds, right?
There's a place called State Fair. That's in Catonsville. We started there, and then we made our way up to Timonium to watch at Riley's Oyster Bar. Good place.
Who knows?
Yeah, whatever. I was hanging out with a bunch of 40. I was trying to be 45 for a weekend, for a night.
How'd you do?
Oh, I got banged up pretty bad on Friday night, but as we watched the Turks, because we celebrated after they won.
Right.
That game was early. You had a long time to celebrate.
We started. That game was what?
4:30.
4:30. We started at 1:00.
Okay.
It didn't end until 1:00 that night.
Good for you.
But it was good.
Good for you. So I read this past week, and this is going to be for us as a group here. Vanna White, who makes several $1 million a year to turn letters on a board,
Still?
right? Yeah.
Okay.
I thought she retired. Didn't
No,
I?
I think she's still doing it. I think she's on the end of her run.
Is Pat Sajak retired?
No, he's retired because it's Ryan Seacrest does it now.
Oh, okay.
If I'm not mistaken. But she works 34 days a year. That's it. Because they
make 52 episodes.
No, they make 5 days.
Oh, five.
They're 5 days a week, right? Times 50 weeks. So they do like these long stretches, like 6 a day for for that period of time for the 34 days. So I'm saying to you guys, we're never phoning in an episode again.
You don't like it. You don't want to do the remote.
No, I don't. I just don't think it's the same.
Right.
So we're going to do these in person somehow, some way.
All right.
We're going to do this. So are you guys committed?
I am.
Sure.
I am. Let's do it next weekend. Let's go to the beach.
Let's do 2 today, for instance.
Yeah, we might.
All right. Sounds like a great idea I just came up with.
Yeah, that's very good. So I
right.
appreciate it. So I was driving over here to Lucky's house where we are right at the moment. So Lucky, your old neighborhood in Arnold.
Yes.
So driving down 50, if you come over the Bay Bridge, on the right-hand side is Cape St. Clair.
Yep.
They've put a bike path right next to Route 50. I don't get it. Why do you put a path next to a highway? And there's other places that do this.
Is there a bridge? Like maybe you can't get across?
No, it's just a paved path. It looks like they'd been building
It's
a
on
road.
Route 50.
It's just outside of the Jersey barrier on the right-hand side on Route 50.
Well, you have Sandy Point State Park.
Maybe that's what they're trying to do, get people to
connect to it.
to ride their bikes to Sandy Point. Is that what you did when you were a youth?
No, we drove, or my mom, drove us.
Did you go to Sandy Point as a kid?
So when I lived in Anne Arundel County and grew up, I didn't live in it was before I moved to Annapolis, but yeah, we would go to Sandy Point.
I feel like that idea is like a one distraction on the radio way from me plowing through like 7 bicycles.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I've done a few.
By
of
the way,
those
it's on the other side of the barrier.
Yeah, you're not
Mr.
going to be able to.
Oh, it's not there yet. What's the story when you were one-eyed? You were driving down the Beltway, and you ran through a barrier.
No, it wasn't a barrier. I may have had a situation where I indulged in some beverages.
Okay.
I don't like to brag about that.
Would you crash
many
yourself?
years ago? And I'm driving along.
You were in your early 20s.
Yeah, it was so long ago. And my cell phone, which was the size of whatever, the giant cell phones, fell on the floor. So I'm reaching for it. I look up and there are sparks flying, like these big ass sparks, like someone was shooting at me. It was like boom, 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 boom. I'm like, oh my God, like anti-aircraft was hitting my windshield. And then I see a car in front of me. I'm like, ah! And I stop just before I hit this car. And a cop is standing there. And he walks up. He goes, what the fuck? I go, I go, there's a car stopped in the middle of the road. He goes, dude, you just ran through like 12 flares. I didn't know they were flares. I was like, what is going on with these? I thought it was anti-aircraft.
Did you walk away free and clear on that?
Guys said, be careful.
Oh my God. You got a lucky.
I got the gift of gab, thankfully. I was like, I'm really sorry. I dropped my cell phone.
I thought that was around the time that you had your eye worked on.
Maybe I was a little blinded. There's some stuff. There's a lot of history there. There's a lot of history. But, you walk away. You learn from these things.
It's a teachable moment.
It's a teachable moment. It really is.
Hey, did you guys know today is Pakistani Day? It's like Happy Pakistani Day.
Really?
Yeah.
Does it have to do with their independence?
I think it has
Day?
something to do with their independence today. But this Sunday that we're taping is. Do you have any Pakistani friends?
I know, but this is 2 weeks in a row we've been talking about that was Southeast Asia, right?
Yeah.
Or that's Asia. There's like the Indians last week clogged the toilets, and now you got Pakistanis.
I once journeyed from Afghanistan to Pakistan. I didn't walk. I ran. I ran there.
I know where you're going. Can you name all the countries that end in Stan? Give it a shot.
No, nobody can.
Why?
Nobody can. There's hundreds. We don't even know them.
Countries.
We don't even know them. There's Afghanistan. There's Pakistan. There's Kazakhstan.
Kyrgyzstan.
There's Kyrgyzstan, which isn't really a country.
Really?
No, not independent. It has autonomy from Turkey and Syria.
Wait. Let's
Very
take
complicated.
Let's take a time out
Very
here.
complicated.
You can't say comatose,
Right.
But you know that Kyrgyzstan is not a
Yes,
country.
I do. I know that. There's like 30 million Kurds. They're a nation state that doesn't have a homeland.
That use a Kurdistan.
Yeah, they're Kurds.
Oh, I said, isn't it Kyrgyzstan?
Maybe you got another one in
I
there.
know. I don't know. But okay, but that's still very good that you knew that.
Syria, Iran, Iraq, and Turkey have these people who are spread throughout their countries that would like to be Kurdistan. But
Are they the Ottomans, right?
it's part of the Ottoman Empire, correct? Yeah.
Isn't that Johnny Gymnastics? Isn't he the Ottoman Empire?
I'm a big fan of the Kurds. I really am. Good people.
Cheese curds?
Good.
Curds and whey. Oh, we had that a couple weeks ago. We talked about Itsy Bitsy Spider,
Yeah.
right? And I think we confused nursery rhymes.
All right. So, do you guys look at the you ever like pull up the sex offender website and see like
never.
what's going on in your
Never.
neighborhood?
Why?
Do you ever?
No.
No, just in case. Like if you just moved into a new house, like you
I
ever,
did.
Do you know there might be some sex offenders in your
I was about to say, but everybody's about 80 in my neighborhood, which is going to unfortunately
Exactly.
play into this next
Exactly.
story.
They moved down there?
No, well, apparently, if they're from Canada,
Okay,
we got to keep the Canadians
Right.
out. This is like the tariffs.
Yeah,
Right.
my cousin Diane, who lives up in Canada, she's like the matriarch of our family up there. Or yeah,
Matriarch.
Matriarch.
So happy.
Okay, she sent me this article. Okay, this woman, she's 80 years old. She was just released from the Nova Institution for Women.
Yeah.
She apparently
Wait. By the way, we got to describe this. You sent a picture of a grandmother to us.
Yes.
She's
80.
It would be the most stereotypical grandmother. Looks very sweet. Made cookies and pies for her grandkids just earlier.
Yes.
And then the story comes.
Yeah, then I popped the story behind it. And apparently she has been in jail because she is sentenced for serious assaults against her intimate partners, including administering noxious things and not providing the necessities of life. And then she got basically put in jail.
So does that mean she killed somebody?
I don't think she's ever killed someone, but she's basically injured a lot of older men.
This is your grandmother?
No, my cousin.
It's a relative.
My mom's cousin Diane, who lives in Nova Scotia, Halifax, basically said, "Hey, this woman just got released."
What is
And
wrong
she
with
she sent the article. But the thing is, okay, so she's out. Okay,
Yeah.
and she has some requirements for being out.
Yeah.
So if she alters her appearance, she has to send a current photograph to the police. She can't access the internet or be in the possession of any device that is capable of accessing the internet. So I guess that's where she was getting her
bows.
prey. She can't communicate directly or indirectly with any of her past victims. She's not to enter in any romantic relationship, cohabitation, common law relationship, or marriage until that person has been identified by a member of the police agency where she resides, and there has been a reasonable opportunity provided for the agency to like inform them of what this woman.
And lest we not confuse her with Jane Fonda of a similar age, what's her shape and size, Lucky?
She's 5'5", 181. White hair and hazel eyes.
She's a well-fed, elderly woman.
But
How does she abuse the men again?
she like
What the
knocks
fuck
us.
is wrong with these Canadians?
No, I'm just saying, like
and your family.
You would think by the time you get to 80 and you're trying to hook up, you don't have any risks of like shit like this happening.
What does she do to them again?
She like knocks his, I don't know, puts him out. Like
The noxious thing is an odd one.
Yeah, noxious
it's the
things.
Dutch oven.
I'm gonna need more detail.
administering noxious
I'm
things
gonna-
and not providing the necessities of life for which she got sentenced in June 2013.
Wait, not providing the necessities of life for the men that
she
she's been
kills
taking.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure
They
out.
die.
Well, she got convicted of manslaughter, so I guess somebody died in her care.
Crazy.
You got to remove all the pillows from her house.
I think you should go up there for the reunion.
But they've
Do
been
a little-
intimate partners consisting of elderly men. So these poor guys trying to, get with good old, what's her name?
Next-
is her name?
What is her name?
Shepard. Melissa Shepard.
Melissa Shepard.
but
they
anyway.
call her Lucky.
The name sounds hot, actually. Melissa Shepard.
But I'm just saying, like 80 years old, you would expect to be able to hook up with.
So next time
like-
you go out for the Christmas tree lighting or whatever it was for the Halifax explosion.
Yeah.
Oh, that was in Boston.
Yeah, but I go up to Halifax. We have a reunion getting planned.
How come you've never invited us to Halifax?
If you'd like to go.
80
my cousin Diane would.
80 years old. There's no way I'm hooking up with anything, especially a 180-pound, 5'5" woman who wants to dose me with noxious fumes.
And not provide you with the
Right.
necessities for life.
What is
That is, by the way, that might be the most Canadian statement ever.
Yeah.
Didn't provide the necessities for life.
Yeah. What's that? Food and clothing? I'm naked and starving.
Well, no, she probably like did him wrong, and she could have brought him back to life, and she just let him die.
I see.
Okay, you've gone as Mr. Fun. I'm looking to you.
Yes.
As you and Mrs. Fun went as Naked and Afraid.
Yeah.
Okay.
For a Halloween party.
For Halloween. Okay, they typically go to remote places, obviously.
Sure.
Where would you never not be naked and afraid as you?
Oh, so you know what? I've watched. It's a good question. I've thought about it many times. I
have?
Yeah, many times. I don't do well with bugs. Mosquitoes bite the crap out of me. They don't bite Mrs. Fun at all for some reason.
So would you rather
So
be?
I can't be in a jungle.
But okay,
I'd rather be freezing.
You would rather be freezing.
And that's a rough choice. I know instinctively you don't go there, but it's the bug thing.
That bug, I agree with you on
Yeah,
the bugs.
I'll be in a cave with bats. I'll put my Boma up to keep the lions away.
Wait.
Your
wait.
Boma?
I will build a
Wait.
Boma.
What's
What is
a Boma?
What's a
A
Boma?
Boma, you take sticks with lots of spikes on them, and you create a circle around you.
Not a boner.
No,
a
this
boma?
is called a Boma. Often you do it under one of those trees, one of those big trees.
Okay, so
the tree of life in the Disney.
by the way, I agree with you on the bugs thing, but the chances are you're going to die in the cold weather.
Well, they
How
give
do
you
you-
some extra stuff.
Well,
You're
but
not
that-
really naked. They throw a what is it called?
Loincloth.
No. You get a pelt. You
Give you
usually
a
have
pelt?
a pelt. Yeah, often from what is those big ugly oxen things called that are in the something bull, something ox.
A bison?
No, it's in the Arctic.
Okay.
Very, very hairy.
All right. So would you trade being naked and afraid in a city
Yeah.
where there's like thousands of people around?
Okay.
Versus in
It's
those
not
places.
the gist of the show.
No, I'm just saying though. You'd have
it's not
to
the-
you'd have to spend naked and afraid a week in London naked.
I would do it if I could take Viagra. So I'm always walking around like, look at him.
With your Boma.
Your boma's pointing north.
your Boma's pointing. So, okay. Again, you are a connoisseur of Naked and Afraid.
I love that show.
How, if you had to guess,
Yeah.
how often are they having sex?
None.
You don't think that the
They're
couples.
fucking disgusting after a few days.
Okay.
They're bug bitten and they
You don't think there's any like sexual
for warmth.
energy going
They
on?
often have to stay close due to warmth in the cold.
Speaking of that,
Right.
Did you guys?
Right, they spoon or whatever it's called.
They brought those two astronauts back down to the
I saw that.
down to Earth. Like, what now? Are they going to be like, they're breaking up now? Like, like
They're both married.
I know, but do you think there was something going on? Like,
I don't know.
Like killing time? Like, what are you doing? You don't think they're getting it
8
on?
months?
Yeah, you gotta.
I don't know.
Don't bring us into this.
I would
Don't
think
bring-
so.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, she was hot. She hung upside down. Her hair was
Gravity.
crazy. Yeah.
Her hair looked like
Wait, can you have intercourse with no gravity?
I'm sure that's an experiment that they have to try.
I'd like to try that as well.
Why don't you stand on your head? Mr. Fun. Why don't you stand on your head?
Floating around, trying to get where I need to go, like making a swim move.
Your Bomba pointing north.
Yeah. So while I was with my friends, somebody brought up the story that one of the guys really enjoyed. He created his own sexual position that he said was his own, and it was called the fastball. And the fastball was girl was on her back, and he got down like a catcher. Can you imagine like a catcher?
Okay.
And he'd pull her into him, and he called that the fastball. And he said girls loved it. I said, how did you keep your?
But who and he has to thrust?
I don't. You pretended not to listen because you didn't want to.
Why not?
You didn't want to be. Yeah, like you were like, oh, that's interesting, and then you were like, what the fuck? He did it as if it was like something that girls really liked. The fastball.
Are you going to try that on Mrs. Fun?
I don't have the knees for it anymore. I don't.
You're playing first base. You're not catching anymore.
Right.
They moved you to first base.
Sometimes a catcher kneels, takes one knee. I could maybe pull that off. I mean, both knees, and you're like on a bed, right? I guess, or maybe the floor.
Were you going to try the fastball?
Yeah, you probably have good knees, man.
It's going to try the fastball.
Why was it called the fastball?
I know. Did he only have one ball? Why isn't it called the fastball?
Oh, wait, the slider.
Yeah,
that's the slider.
Fastball. He's Lance Armstrong.
Wait a minute. Is it so? He's like a mid-50s guy.
It was a change-up.
There's a mid-50s guy trying to bang it out like that.
No, not anymore. That was his move back in the day.
Back in the day, okay.
Back in the day, that was the move. He gave girls the fastball.
Right. Wow. And now we're heading towards home plate
Really,
here,
Mr.
I
feel like we just got here.
Well, don't worry, we'll get to do it again in a matter of moments. We're going to do it again here.
Got it.
So, because at first with bonus time, remember that is our bonus time though.
What is that?
Well, at the end of the podcast, we start with the bonus time. We come back with a song.
My risque joke is also a bit of a riddle. See, this guy, he owns a company, he needs to hire a new secretary. So the first girl comes in, she's a redhead, and she is an expert on all things social media. She knows how to build brand and all that kind of stuff. The second one is a brunette, and she has a master's degree at a new major of AI. She knows how to implement AI into marketing for a business. The third, the blonde, seems incredibly personable. She makes great contact. She's the director of first impressions in his mind. She would be amazing. Which one do you think he hires?
Tough one.
The one with the biggest tits, of course.
Come on. I knew where that was going. Lucky, how do they get a hold of us?
If they see us on the street, they can absolutely come up to us and chat us up. But if not, talk about 2023 at gmail.com.
Right.
Yeah.
And I hope Biff's back next time if he tries the fastball this week. His knees might flow out.
Yeah, that's right.
If anybody tries the fastball, send us an email. Let us know how it goes.
So we did get feedback from last week, right, about chicken and eggs. Which came first?
Right.
But actually, no. It was
The
about
rooster
price.
came first.
How do you know?
The rooster had to come to make the chicken.
But that was from Droopy, right? Had given us that, and then we got a photo that Droopy has now a second lieutenant Droopy kid. Congratulations to
cool.
to the son of Droopy,
Right?
Who got that. So we are very happy about that. So on this one, this has been a good one.
Yeah.
So
It started slow, but it finished good.
what's the deal?
I almost fell asleep.
Because
Is that the way it works with the fastball?
That's what happens.
Start slow, but it finishes good.
You gotta pace yourself these days.
We got baseball season coming up. We need to do a baseball preview.
Yeah, we'll do baseball preview next. So, anyways, until we do it again next week, let me just say goodbye. Oops.
Mr. Fun, are you getting your golf game ready?
I haven't explored golf.
The
yet.
Lucky Open is coming up next month.
Okay.
And we are getting organized and ready.
Yeah.
So, and you're on the roster.
I'll work on it. I don't want to be caught off guard like I was with the spelling. Oh, I have a word to spell in tribute to Biff. Dickhead. You are
Give him a word to spell.
dickhead. Spell snuffleupagus.
Yeah.
You rat bastard.
Really, was that tough? Comatose.
Why is it taking advantage of your weaknesses?
I know.
And like playing to your strengths.
I know.
That's not your weakness. Your weekness is you can't say words.
Right. I mean, I
actually think you're a smart
I
guy.
don't like ask him to do manly things. I mean, I don't pick on your weakness.
He's going to go home and do the fastball like nobody's business. Talk about manly.
I bet he can with no hands.
He's gonna get some catcher's equipment
With
on.
like a rag across his head when he starts to sweat. I'm perspiring.
Mrs. Biff, dab me.
I'm perspiring.
Okay, this is the outro, gentlemen. I don't know. This wasn't pick on me outro. So how do we get ourselves out of this episode?
We stopped drinking.
We just say, hey, it was nice being with you, and we'll see you the next time.
We're not going to see them.
Right.
We're
virtually see them.
We got to thank them.
Thank you. I really thank everybody for listening.
I'd like to thank them as well and tell you that we enjoyed trying to make you laugh. When we'll see you next, we'll talk to you.
That's right.
Next week, and we never, ever say goodbye.
I love that. That should be our new branding. We never say goodbye.
Exactly.
We're not saying goodbye ever again.
We're saying until we do it again.
Let me say goodbye to you guys.
Know that I must start to make a plan. And if I somehow never find the time, know that we will be just fine. Know that she will understand. Couple of friends come floating by my dock. By morning my heads are gonna rock. Sleeping late, now I will be forgiven. When you live in the land of pleasant living. Living on Chesapeake time. Take it slow, take it easy.